To an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Oakland Raiders. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing here, Trubisky. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
No, 61, matchbox lights.
Fournette, a first down carry. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Here's Trubisky. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Chris Conley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On second down, Johnson. He's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
50-50. Coming after you. I'm coming after you. S1w14, 6-6, pull it high. Drill right, 22. Hey, Delta. You got tight right there.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Joey Bosa, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mike Evans with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-zip. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Johnson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford completes it to the tight end, Kittle. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Stafford now to throw. And Adams has it, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Down to lose one. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
On first down, Stafford here. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season.
32.
Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Hey, 50.
Back to throw, Stafford. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 54. Coming this way, Here we go. Hey, Alpha. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll toss it to Fournette. A big run by the big man Fournette. 43 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Now Trubisky to throw. And the Raiders Titans are in for 6. Touchdown. Mitchell Trubisky on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On the toss, it's McKinnon. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
53, ready. I'm going to run you over. So Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the out. Easy. 51, Mike 51.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. And the Titans first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey. Any day. Hey, alert 3.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
65. Easy.
Stepping up, and he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Matthew Stafford, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it makes the score 21-10. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Brown. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. To try again after the sack, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch 98. Watch 98.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Back to you.
Throwing again. Stafford. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
Now Stafford. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
40 got. Topper.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 44, Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Come on. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, echo. 54. Come to my work. Hey, we want it. Come to my work. 54.
Throwing is Stafford. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Zero. Mike 5-4. He's time to read. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Check 4, check 4.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Easy. Who's that?
On 2nd and goal, Stafford. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. George Kittle, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is, if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Alert! Hey, wahoo! 98 to Mike. Here we go. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Move. Red, top. Here we go. Sponge. No. Smooth. Back.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford, rush coming, and he's taken down. Darren Lee, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
X3, 218, chop. 51, Mike, 51. All day, dog. 11. Hey. Let's go right here.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. He sets to fire deep. It got his man complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for the Titans. 55 yards.
First down, Titans.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Hey, move.
On the ground, this is Johnson. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Stafford now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd down, McKinnon. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Watch out. Hey. Oh, here. Hey. 51. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D.
He may try and run for this. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Catanzaro's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
Check 50, check 50. Watch twins, watch twins.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And an alley to run. Fournette fighting through. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We got to get the ball. Hey, work. Ran. Hey, zoom.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Trubisky. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Easy.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So it's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
It's now 3rd and 4.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Watch 98. 98 for Mike. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Hey, Haywood. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 for Mike. You don't want none of that. Give it. Pick up the ball.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Airing this one out for it. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Second and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
The Titans on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. This is Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Fournette, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford, and he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Here now, Johnny Townsend as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. And this is caught by Evans. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky caught here by Conley. And he's got this down to the 35. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Again, it's Trubisky. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On the run, it's Fournette, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Leonard Fournette, his 11th touchdown of the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
Here we go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Let's go.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 5-4, Mike. Hey. Mike 5-4. Here we go, D.
He's back to throw. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Rush in. Rush in. 54. Hey, Red. Hey, keep it up. Hey, easy, easy. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got him. I got him.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Check Mike 54. Hey, middle. Hey, Charlie. Hey. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Again, it's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey. Come, baby.
Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Ryan Grant. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
They're down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down.
He can't hang. He's not going to get it. Go. Mike 5-4. I'm coming. Look at him.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And Trubisky down to a knee, and that is all she wrote. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what